All right, guys. Hey, guys. Good evening to everyone. This will be a great Zoom tonight. I'm looking forward to it too. We're going to also record this as well because many people want to see this about a couple opportunities that we have going on here with Divine and Integrity,
But
tech stack. And you guys can mute your phones too when coming in, okay? So tonight is going to be a big night. We're going to go over leads, how we do leads here, and you guys are going to be working with a veteran broker who's been doing this 21 years in the Medicare space, and we do a lot of grassroots. I'm going to show you guys around, even in the office too, of how many applications we do, what type of opportunity we have here, because people want to learn Medicare, but they just get contracts. And if you guys don't really know the game, you'll get contracts, and you'll just be writing applications on an LOA with no training. You guys don't know your FMO, cell phones numbers, even the names of your FMO. You just get contracts and you're just winging it out there. And that's not a way to do Medicare. So I have some rookies and stuff in here. If you guys can mute your phone, I have some rookies in here as well in the office. And we're going to talk to them too tonight, how they first handle Medicare. You guys mute your phones too.
make sure to report this.
Bill, you're muted.
Muted myself. So what we're going to do is why this deck, exists. If you guys can go ahead and mute your phone too. I'm gonna have to mute everybody. I hate to do that. All right. But if you guys can just mute your phone.
Wakanda forever.
Thank you guys so much. Sorry, guys, I had spam in here, so I had to delete somebody that actually had my brother's name on here. So that was true spam. They was just jumping in on it. So it happens sometimes, especially when I do so many Zooms. Anyway, we're gonna go through this and fly through this as fast as possible. And then I'm going to show you guys some stuff on Facebook and some other testimonials, okay, that we have. So we are an agency that's been here for 20 plus years. Okay, we're grassroots. We're right here in Philadelphia. We're the largest minority-owned agency in Philadelphia. We write a ton of Medicare and ACA, final expense, and we work a lot with the funeral industry. There's people on here too that's going over all of that as well. So we have a lot of testimonials here too. So if you're in the urban market, you want guys who want to learn Medicare Advantage, Medicare supplements, you got to know the game. You got to know the industry. The first thing I always want to talk about is contracting. Okay. So we could get contracting done for you, but these contracts are direct to the carrier. So you will get the full CMS commissions that's in your state and you own that book of business. Whereas if you're just sitting down and you guys just want free leads that's just coming from an FMO or some lead center where they're just giving you inbound leads. Remember, they own your book of business and they own your residuals as soon as they terminate you because you signed off on that in your contract. You didn't see it. It could be a one pager. They own your book of business. You could have been writing for 2 years, but some of these agencies out here getting ripped off, completely ripped off. And it happened for so many years. People have been doing that, and it's just terrible what people go through, when they in this Medicare space. So we want to get into this. So let me get into a little bit of this. Why Integrity? Some of you guys heard about it, but we use Integrity's platform. So this way we can self-generate on the tech side. We can use that and get leads. We have a lead system. You guys can read all of this of what Integrity does. Have we partnered with them from the beginning since they first became they started doing private equity. I was there right from the beginning when I went through that with Brian Adams and everyone else over at Integrity. So we do a lot of work with them. It's been great because of their technology. All right. And there's 6 tools that you guys are going to see. Integrity Connect, which is your primary CRM, and it's free too. It's actually a free tool. This is totally free. Okay, you don't have to pay. If you're paying anything for a CRM with anyone, you're getting ripped off. A veteran broker, 21 years, is telling you guys you're getting ripped off. Okay, the carriers help pay for these things too, as well. So you're getting ripped off. So Integrity has a Medicare Center. You can quote and enroll people into Medicare Advantage, PDP, Med Sups, okay, and dental, vision, and hearing. You also have the Ask Integrity AI, where you can ask them a question about a specific plan, and it will help you with that. They highlight different plans. There's Plan Enroll, where you have your own broker storefront where you can text and email a client your broker link so they can self-enroll, or a carrier you specifically want them to enroll into. You can send that to them, and you guys know that when they self-enroll, they don't need a scope of appointment. They're self-enrolling. Just help them with the, naming a doctor, help them with the application. But it's pretty easy because you can email them to them if they're very savvy, to enroll via email or via text. They can enroll over their phone. Okay. Then there's a lead center we're going to get into. Some people want to know about leads, but again, the true leads is from grassroots because people don't want to pick up the phones. They have call screening now, and also mailers suck. When we're not going to get into them unless they old mailers, that you guys can maybe resend some mailers on top of it, maybe. But mail, it really costs too much. It doesn't work, and the cost of postage has went up. Is over 80 cents now. It's gonna be $1. You might as well just make it $1 for a stamp, which means that dropping 1,000 pieces of mail going to cost the envelope plus the letter plus everything. It's going to cost you over $1,000, just to keep it very transparent. And then we have a quote and compare tool in there that side by side can show you about 3 different carriers in that zip code for those clients for 2026 and 2027, your clientele as well. So you can compare with them now. Okay. Your CRM, is essential contact. You guys can attach documents, notes, drug lists, provider lists. You can do pretty much everything. Built-in email, I told you, SMS, communication with clients. You got your book of business dashboard. You can email everyone. If they have emails, you can sync into the leads and you can buy leads. So many things that you can do. Medicare Center quoting engine. We just went over that, guys. The Medicare Advantage plans, prescription drug plans. We're going to sell Medicare supplements and quote them. Medicare supplements over here in ancillary, you can sell all year round. You can add it to the supplements, or if they just want it on an individual basis, you have it there along with our final expense, all tied in. And then we also have ACA, Affordable Care Act. We have that as well. It will be on the actual center as well. So you guys can enroll them in the ACA. So you can't say, I don't have a CRM and a tool to do it. You just need to be certified in ACA, and we show you guys how to do that as well. So you could just sign somebody up possibly on your phone or send them so that you can enroll them into ACA and get that full commission direct from the carrier. If they're not a Blue Cross client, you can get that directly from a carrier. All right. Let me keep going. All right, Ask Integrity, we have a great thing here, the AI voice assistant, which is great because you can ask Integrity which of Mrs. Johnson's current medications are on a formulary and the Aetna plan. I'm about to enroll her, and it can show it to you guys. Okay, it can go through the prescriptions, it can go through the formulary. You could do all of that on your phone. Integrity has an app that you get on your Android or your Apple phone that you guys can actually download. Okay, and go to those prompts and ask that. I mean, it doesn't get better help than that while you're in the home with a client comparing plans. Plan enroll, your personal storefront. Okay, so again, your name, your photo, your URL. This is your storefront. You can email, you can text this to clients. Again, it's a consumer self-servicing quoting tool. They also can quote, they can look at things, or they can enroll. You can call, sell on it, and you get credit for every application that's tied to your NPN number for all the carriers that you have with us and with Divide, that you basically, direct to the carrier while we are training you guys how to do the correct way of selling Medicare Advantage. We don't get complaints over here, guys, because we do it the right way. We're veterans. And then we also have people who've been in the business a year or two that are very aggressive. We write all year round. We don't just write during AEP. That sucks because we know 20 different ways doing SCP, how to get them into the network. They don't check all the elections. See, you don't know the game. You don't know that there's state drug programs out here that they can get, that they can enroll into, or they might have LIS, or if they don't, they might be diabetic or have congestive heart failure. There's so many different ways to get them into the system. They may have lost their Medicaid. They may have lost their LIS a year ago. A year. See, I don't want to give up all these tips. They may have lost a state prescription drug plan a year ago. These things right here, these techniques is what veteran brokers can teach you how to enroll all year round. Because you still got to know the election. Because some people, I'm just going to write doing AEP, get ripped off from some FMO. You want some free handout, and it just doesn't work for you. All right. So the best leads during our enrollment time in the end of September are live transfers, of course. They have the highest close rate. These people are looking for Medicare Advantage. You get them discounted between 35 and 65 typically, especially the amount of people who are looking online. Integrity does a great job at going on social media platforms and generating leads that you guys can go ahead and purchase that are exclusive to you. You buy them, pay for a certain amount up front, about 10, and you can get these live transfers. T65s, I really don't agree with them anymore because they're so slow. They come back slow. It takes a month for them to come back. And then you're calling them with call screening. You haven't built a relationship with the client. It used to work like this before the pandemic, guy. The pandemic, now you see people calling now because uh, their AI is calling them. There are a lot of fraudsters out here in Medicare Advantage calling them. You can't illegally call. You can't call them legally without their consent, and they're just illegally calling them through robobots and all types of other, little scams, virtual assistants over the Philippines and things like that to transfer them to a broker, at some lead hub house. It might be individual, it might be one FMO, and they're all LOA. They're getting free leads. This is what they're doing. Facebook leads, that's a lead capture form. We're going to show you guys it's the best way to generate leads, but we have to teach you guys how to have a business storefront, how to put the ads together, how to pay, between 25, maybe $30 for 5 days to generate a Facebook lead on your own, or you could just pay between 12 and $22. But they don't come directly in or inbound in if we teach you how to do it. But you can do it. On the integrity side, you can get some Facebook leads. They're pretty good. They're not bad. You just have to chase them. You have to make sure they're exclusive. But I prefer for you guys to get them on your own and let them book on your calendar, okay, or on your Google calendar. So this way you can set up an appointment with them, and hopefully it's Zoom and you can see them face to face. Because if you don't do it and you just signing them up over the phone, you ain't the only one that they're clicking on Facebook leads. You're not the only one calling them. And then they have age leads, that you can remail to. They have their address. You can use the integrity, tool to send out mail to them as well. To show them your picture on a mailer. You could do that as well. Many people do that. We have people here in our office that do that. They work too, but they work around the season, the Medicare season. They do work. I mean, quote and compare just got more simple. We know what plans are commissionable and what non-commissionable plans, so you guys can stay away from non-commissionable plans. Okay, we specialize on special need plans, so those are chronic plans, dual plans, institutional plans. We have them too. Some institutional plans were commissionable, now they're non-commissionable. Providers, RX pharmacy, you better know that like the back of your head. Mail orders and key benefits like over the counter, those debit cards, flex cards, transportation, meals at the hospitals, things like that. One click filter, very easy to do. You can compare plans. Okay, right here, you guys see a compare plan from Blue Cross, who went up to an Aetna plan, who's a direct payer anyway. And guys, if you're not being paid direct by Devoted, by Aetna, by United Healthcare, by Humana, if they're going to be good in 2027, by Aetna on here, and let's say Wellcare, if you're not being paid direct by these carriers, you're already being ripped off and you're already LOA from your FMO. I'm serious. Blue Crosses, usually some regional plans like a Blue Cross plans, you might be paid by the FMO, which is okay because Blue Cross does that or Jefferson, and there's other regional plans that do that. But the national plans, guys, if you guys are not being paid direct, somebody above you is ripping you off. You don't even know it, but some of you guys just want to sit at home and just want to self-enroll people on the phone. Stay with that. Do not come in our agency. We don't even want you because we know you're lazy. You don't write as many clients as that we write. We don't even want you. Just go to another agency, be captive, let them own your book of business. You won't have a retirement plan. If you're thinking about a Medicare retirement plan, because they pay the highest renewals, if you're thinking about that, forget it. You just made some FMO rich, period. That's all you're doing, because you're being lazy and cheap. Share your clients, reviews and enroll. I told you guys can send them the comparisons. You can send comparisons to clients, reviews at home. You can do this all before you even make an appointment with the client. You can send this to them, text it to them, and visit them as well, and then show them on the screen. Or you might have the plan books, but you can show them all of these things too. Comparison. You can text it or email it to them. Everything is always about compliance. Is the backup. We know all the marketing rules, getting you guys AEP ready, on there, and then having PDFs sent over to your clients as well. What Integrity gives you is the Integrity Connect CRM platform, and I told you guys that that's free. You don't have to pay anything for that. We have the send me a quote. You can do the quote yourself, Linda. Um, the Medicare Center quoting and enrollment tool. Ask AI. You can speak on a virtual assistance. Plan enroll consumer storefront. That's for you. That's your URL with your picture on there. Lead center, marketplace, and direct to carrier appointment. And then also there's a ton of training videos as well in the integrity background. So you guys will learn all of this right before AEP, or you can add this to your business now by getting contracted, as soon as possible with direct to carrier contracts. Also, when it comes to final expense, we have I am an IMO for Transamerica, Foresters, and other various carriers. I've been writing them for close to 20 years. So we have contracts as high as 155%, and that's not a lie. Okay, it's very verified. We can give you a top contract. If you could prove it to me, you have a 150, we'll match it. Okay, because some people just talk about it. Which send me send it over to me. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to ask Trans anyway. Just ask the regional vice president who you are anyway. Even if you are an agency, you might not be an IMO, or you're with a captive IMO. You're saying you're not captive. Well, we're paid direct. It doesn't matter if you signed an LOA with that carrier, a non-compete, and saying that you can't get contracted outside of the IMO that you're with, which means you're captive. If you're totally 100% a broker, you can get with any carrier you wish. And also, when it comes to Transamerica, you guys can have a second writing number. You guys probably don't even know that. So we have that a lot because we want to provide value to our clients, and that's a will, living will, and power of attorney. Okay, you want to add that as well to every client. We make sure that when we're in the house, we're already quoting, we're already looking at their final expense policies already, and we're already locked and loaded with them to compare, to compete, and there's a compliant way, to enroll them right after you get out that meeting with that Medicare Advantage client. Okay, because most of that information you already have, and then you can self-enroll them on the computer or when you get to the office because you already have a quote, you already have their information. You can key it in, they can get a text message, they can fill it out. They're done. Now they got themselves a better final expense policy with a will and will power of attorney. And on that Transamerica, you guys can watch that on my YouTube page at Divine Insurance Group, or tomorrow at 11 o'clock, Tuesday, July 28th, you guys can actually watch that if you go back to my Eventbrite or go on to my William Feggins Facebook. You guys can register for that tomorrow. We'll show you that as well. And you guys can join that opportunity as well. Because you got to make money right now doing SCP as you're doing Medicare Advantage. You can't just sell one. And a lot of brokers, they just sell one product and they're happy with that. And I'm like, you're leaving money on the table. There's no point of getting into this Medicare space if you're only going to help service one client. So that's an issue in itself. We don't just do one client with one thing. It's always what else can I get inside the household. That's how we train, and it's going to be final expense or hospital indemnity. It's going to be something one or the other. Okay, if they're dual, no, we're not going to sell them hospital indemnity, but we'll sell them a Transamerica policy. Take that flex card, and we can use that. Who cares if we get paid as earned? We know what time and month that they're going to get paid or paid from Social Security, or we could put it on the flex card. So either we do a Social Security way and we pull it, or we flex card it and we pull it. You guys are not being trained right. I know you're thinking about it like, wait a second, they're taking a flex card from the Medicare, they're paying their life insurance. Yes, exactly. We show you guys how it works. It's the MasterCard. Yeah, like that's impossible. Like, oh, you don't think us brokers in here didn't check it, didn't test it out? Wait till you guys see everything we're going to show you back here. So we're going to show you guys that. Everything else on here is just some of the things that we kind of went over, just a recap. Um, and then we have the first week, of your homework. Once we get you guys in, we show you guys everything else too, inside the lead center. But there's enough training videos, to go through it. You guys can, check out more in my calendar. If you guys want a one-on-one, you could click on that, or you can look at it. You want to talk to me. And also, we're going to show you guys some things here in the office that we've done. So give me a second, and then I'm going to get you some questions, and we should be wrapping up soon. I don't try to take this thing long, but I appreciate you guys, just for checking us out and coming to see our video. All right. So, Daquan, where you at? All right, come on through. So we're going to show you guys a couple things here. You guys are going to see on our Facebook page. Let me get to Facebook and show you guys some of this grassroots real quick, Daquan. And then I want you to kind of go over and explain on your phone, what did you do doing that. I'm on my Bluetooth speakers, so they can't. Yeah, they can see you in the background, but let me get out of this and stop sharing this. Let me go to my Facebook. So give me a second, guys. Let me show you guys our Facebook. Give me a second here, guys, and show this to you. Right. So if you guys see here on Facebook, okay, and you guys go to my page, I just posted something up on here on how we teach brokers on how to set up buffet style Medicare 101s with final expense, wills, living wills, and power of attorney, and how we can generate this and do this actually online. We don't have to pay $2,600 for two events because they're adding expensive mailers and some whatever algorithm that they're asking for that they're going to send out mailers. Oh, you see, that's so old. Or Facebook landing pages is what we actually do, and you guys can do that based on AI setting up landing page. We know how to do it here. But if you see Daquan right here, he's knocking it out.
Black and white right here for y'all. Hospital
Okay.
stage.
You know, we did this last Tuesday and last Thursday. All right. Daquan got over, I guess, 30 plus 35 leads. You know, we paid for the food, which was easy. And you guys see all the seniors, that we have up here. Okay. And this is in the summertime, guys. It just happened. This is not doing AEP. So we know how to generate leads. Also, if you guys go to, let's say, Daquan's Facebook page, I would say go there. And if you go to Daquan's Facebook page, it's just going to blow you away. We go to some of the reels right here and check this out. Daquan invented the prices right, literally.
Somewhere bringing life to our community.
You guys can see this here. Okay. They're playing the prices right with generating leads.
What's
okay?
going on, y'all?
Philly's
Also,
number
you see the
one
real
community insurance
prices right
advocate
here. See a
and
bunch of seniors
educator.
here? Guess how much this cost us? $0.
The price is
Real
right.
price is
South
right.
Philly.
We got so many games that Daquan created. He created these games, guys, okay? And this is what I mean. These are the type of things that we teach here. And you go to Daquan Fudge's Facebook, page, and you can look more at his page and my page as well. So you guys can actually see a lot of the things that we're doing here and how we're helping out people in the community. Also, with all these things that we have here, I would say here in the office, I'm going to do guys a quick little tour of the office because this is game changing because the way we teach our grassroots people they just can't, they just so shocked at seeing grassroots, um and we're generating so many leads by doing high rise buildings, by doing these type of events. I see you guys are enrolling in the Facebook. You see how real it is. And you guys need to be taught this. Okay, let me turn my phone around. Give me a second. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, come on in.
Okay, he allowed me to come on and he unmuted me. How's everyone doing? Good
Hey,
evening.
Daquan.
Hey, I see a
you.
lot of familiar faces in the chat. I appreciate it. Yep.
Love you. Love the energy. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to introduce myself. My name is Daquan Fudge. Can't forget the Fudge, aka Philly's favorite insurance guy. And I'm so grateful to be in front of y'all digitally today. to talk about Medicare, and we know how important Medicare is to our seniors because it's the number one health insurance that they could take advantage of. And obviously, with Medicare, we have people turning 65. That's normally when someone qualifies for Medicare. About 13,000 people a single day. 13,000 people turning 65 a day here in America that's qualified for Medicare. So this opportunity is unbelievable. Um, like Bill was just saying, residual income, lifetime income, building your assets, that's something that, it's a good thing to get involved in if you're serious about building generational wealth. So this is not for nothing, y'all. Y'all here on this Zoom for a reason, not a season, but for a reason. And then AEP season is coming right around the corner. That's our Super Bowl. So y'all want to get knowledged up. Y'all want to get prepared with all the information, with all the tactics and strategies that we have available. And I think Bill wants me to share some things. Is that right? You want me to share some? Okay, Bill's going to show y'all some things we've been doing.
Then I'll tell them.
Here in the office. I mean, I got my phone camera. You think that's easier?
We can't hear you, Bill.
Okay, here's that Planko board over here that Daquan, got, and he knows he invented that Price is Right, not the Price Right itself, but how to do it onto Medicare, how to add that on the PowerPoints and everything.
I want to say something about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Guess how much I paid for this Planko board, y'all?
How much you pay for the Planko board?
That's the Price is Right, y'all.
Yeah, get the Price is Right. How much you think he paid for that Planko board? You're right.
$5.
It said
$5.
somebody said $5.
60. Nothing.
Zero.
Said, how about
Zero.
$0? You guys hear me?
Zero.
I paid nothing for that Planko board,
Now,
y'all.
That's right.
We want
That's
to show you
right.
guys some stuff, right? So for the last 10 years, right? All I get is awards here in the office. You see, for Blue Cross, this was 10 years ago. We write thousands of Medicare Advantage applications. There's a ton of them. Okay, it's on my YouTube page. We got awards over here as well. We have workstations for brokers that write a ton of business. They've been here over a decade because we write a ton of business. There's drawers full of applications. You see the vote, and I can't really show you guys. You guys see them. And if you guys go back here, even into the office, we just showing you guys how much business we write. There's closets full of apps, full of them. We can't make this up. We have drawers full of applications, even though we e-enroll, we do that stuff too as well. It's because we know how to grassroots. We know how to give away a little fan like this and guarantee an appointment. A fan, guys, because it's hot outside. Who thinks of these marketing strategies? My background's in marketing. Look at Daquan's ads, Here's the turning 65.
Turning 65.
Why waste money? But you can mail them out yourself. Right? And you getting phone calls.
You get a ton of phone calls. The neighborhood that I grew up in, I'm up and down. I'm driving past houses every day. Yeah, I got a client there. I got a client. Imagine me telling my daughter when I drive her to school, I got a client there. I got a client there. Because that's serious.
How many did you do today?
I had 5 appointments today, y'all. Got 3X. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I mean, you can look at his Facebook page. So we're very transparent. We don't have to lie or anything and show you guys. This is a Medicare office. We have supplies here, bags here. Okay. Bounce, stuff for people that need things in the community. You see enrollment forms here. It looks messy because brokers come in here and they grab stuff to get for giveaways for table events. We mastered the high-rise buildings and the table events. We get leads, and guess how much it costs us? All this stuff that Aetna bought, all this stuff from these other carriers, zero donuts. While you guys are spending all this money on lead gen and everything, you're doing it the wrong way. The pandemic got you guys spoiled and lazy, accepting LOA contracts, which are terrible. We own our book of business. We cross-sell into final expense. We're making a ton of money. We don't have to brag about it. You guys are seeing stuff on Instagram because it's just lifestyle and showboat. Oh, we're doing 7 figures. This little office is doing 7 figures. This office is doing 7 figures in Medicare. Okay? It's crazy. Go ahead.
Guess how many phone calls I made to get those appointments? Just make a wild guess of how many phone calls I personally made. Zero.
Because you got people calling you, and we have system CRM tools that chase the clients. They text the clients. They email the clients. They already have them scheduled for appointments. We teach you guys how to use those CRM tools as well. So this way, if you're going to do a survey on the clients and capture that information from the clients, we want to make sure that we have tools that chase those clients as well. You guys are not even using the tools to even chase the clients as well. Guys, this is costing us so little bit of money to write so many applications in Medicare that we don't have to fake it, fraud it, none of that stuff. You guys see the office is full of Medicare stuff that people come in and grab. They grab this stuff. They're writing tons of applications. We're writing hundreds and hundreds of applications during the summer, thousands doing AEP, teaching us all over the country this technique of how to grassroots guerrilla market and sell. You know, that's it. And a lot of people are on here that are brokers. They can attest to that. They see it. They're out in the field with me. And I'm an IMO, and I'm still out in the field, and I know my Medicare because it's easy layups. We're in high-rise building doing Chick-fil-A days. Never heard of that. Oh, how can you feed them? Because they're not Medicare. We know how to get them from other things, Wills, Living Wills, Power of Attorney, or do educational events. Birthday events, yeah.
Singing with seniors.
Singing with seniors, karaoke, what's the senior dances? Senior birthday clubs, silver birthday clubs, all types of different events that we do. And a lot of people putting on the chat right now, yeah, Chick-fil-A days, they did it with us. So we're marketers, guys, but we know these plans and we use our phones or our laptops. We can compare, quote, and get them the right plan, and there's zero complaints. So I want you guys to do that too. And I mean, we can wrap this up in 45 minutes, but I want to ask some questions. Because I want to open it up for questions, right now. You guys can jump on. You say anything. If you want to do a testimonial, you can, or just jump on and just say anything that you want to say right now. We're going to wrap this up and put this on YouTube so we can get you guys in. So any questions you guys have?
Bill, it's Althea. I ain't got no questions. I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you for everything that you have offered. And I'm all in, and I want to learn and grow. And congratulations.
Go ahead.
Congratulations, and big ups to Daquan for what he's doing out there. It's very inspiring. So I just wanted to say thank you for this opportunity. Can you hear me?
I must have did a good job.
No, I have a question, Bill. Good evening to everyone. This is Andrea speaking. I can't
hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You probably have to unmute us.
I can hear you, but he can't hear us.
Don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll fix it.
Okay. So wait a minute. Okay. So my question is, you had mentioned earlier about Transamerica, you can have two writing numbers.
That's correct.
How do we go about that?
Well, when you join to be a broker with Transamerica, you do it under my IMO's Assurance Bay link. Okay. And Transamerica, you're allowed to have up to 4 writing numbers with them. So you're just getting another contract. You're writing under my IMO code. So you have a higher contract, whatever contract you're in. It could be a LOA. It could be, some type of agency agreement in there that's holding you back, because a lot of people are chasing titles. Well, I want to build up into this IMO, and I want to be chairman of the board, and it's like 80% contract. I'm like, that sucks. You worried about recognition. We got a big problem, and I'm just speaking to everyone. We have a big problem, guys, with recognition in the insurance industry. It's about contracts and you owning your book of business. If you are a good producer, you know how to self-generate. You know how to go out there and do table events. You're not lazy. Okay, you don't have procrastination. You have a book of business, or you need to learn how to generate a book of business. You want to be a direct-to-broker, period. Direct-to-broker carrier, period, without an agency agreement. We have that with Transamerica Foresters and other carriers where you own your book forever. I'm being paid on Transamerica for over 18 years. Okay. Those people are still alive. I'm still getting paid off an old grandfather contract. That's why I can give out these humongous contracts to other agencies, because I've been at it. And guess what? The carrier trains me, and the carrier is doing the opportunity. When have you guys even seen that? You don't even see that a lot, if they jump on it. But I have the national guys come on here and do trainings because we write a ton of business. Okay, it's just that we're not making all these Instagram reels and showing you guys Lamborghinis and Ferraris and everything because you guys are stuck on, lifestyle and getting caught up on lifestyle and getting caught up on contracts. And they got you in a lifestyle because that FMO, that IMO, they're making all the money because they own that book, terminate you, steal your whole book. You work 2, 3 years, 5 years for nothing, burn you out the industry. Now you don't want to get in it no more. You back to a 9 to 5. And that's what people been going through. They all can attest to that. So yeah, anytime I can send it over to you, just go ahead and join, hit a new contract. It's a form you're going to fill out, and that's it. CCS. Does that answer your question, Andrea?
Yes, it did. But I'll ask questions all the time, so that's fine.
I'll sing them. I'll be singing them. Yeah.
If I can add to that, Miss Andrea,
you guys can hear me. So, all right. So, a couple questions. Let me go into the chat, and let me.
Bill, can you hear me?
I'm not able to respond in the chat. Okay, hold on.
Althea, can you text me in the chat?
Companies like Devoted,
yeah.
Aetna,
I don't know.
$125.
I guess you guys can't hear me.
$175 for your AEP certification.
I can hear you, Althea.
Require that.
Okay, so Andrea, I was one of those persons who had a.
Can you write it in the chat though?
One certificate for all the carriers.
Yes, sure, I can do that.
One that's built inside the carrier, because then you can't use that with all the carriers. So you definitely want to do it with AHIP, and we can send it to you, make it cheaper. But you can get it with Wellcare, Centene, which is you can get it through them for $125. Devoted, Aetna. Typically, these programs you can get them at $125. You take it now, you'll be good to write in 2026 and 2027.
Bill, can you hear me?
Any other questions?
I can't hear anything you said.
Either put it in the chat or you guys can just talk.
Bill, you can't hear me.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Bill?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to just say thank you for this opportunity. It's been a while. I haven't been up in the Philly space, but there are a lot of new names and stuff like that in the chat. This is the truth. Divine Insurance Group is the truth. And I'm just grateful to be a part of this opportunity. And I thank you for what you have presented for me tonight, because I struggle with just some levels of discouragement in this space, but I'm ready to jump back in. So I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Daquan. Kudos for what you guys are doing out there.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate that. Sorry for a little echo, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The grassroots thing is where it's at.
Things in the chat, AEP certification. Yeah, again, that's with Aetna. We have to send that to you. I'll send an email to follow up with you guys on how to get contracted and certified. First thing you got to do is get contracted with some carriers and get in, so you can go from there. Because if you haven't done this before, Medicare Advantage is an apprentice program, guys. Don't let nobody lie and tell you it's not final expense. Final expense, you can sign somebody up over the phone. You don't really need a relationship. They'll just cancel it. Medicare, they complain on you because you enrolled them over the phone. They'll complain. They'll throw you under the bus. Or the client will say, my doctor's not in it, and the broker, illegally enrolled me, and I didn't sign up. You guys get hit for that. The FMO just gets a little pat on the back. They steal your renewals. You're terminated, and that's it. That's the game, guys. Don't get caught up on that. Learn from a veteran. These are producers here. We're producers. We write. We're not just talking about it saying, oh, we're going to have a seminar and you're going to write 100 AEP. Tell that firm or whoever that is to show it to you then. Tell them to do like I did in the office and show you the apps. Tell them to do that. Tell them to show you the awards. Put it on YouTube. Stop just having seminars and wasting people's days, for a day or two just to hear people talk. Well, we did 7 figures. We did that here too. What are you talking about? We do that. I've been writing Medicare for. I have 1,500 applications that I service. Right, I wrote, and you guys are doing the math already. Right, I'm in Pennsylvania. You can do the math. I service myself. Now imagine if I got 40,000 clients under me, right, in those 20 years. You can do the math, right? Okay. And we don't brag. We out here writing. You guys see it on Facebook. That's it. You scroll through for years. You can scroll through Facebook for years and you'll see all of that evidence. We got people on here telling you right now that what I do. Any other producers on here that's with me? Do we go out in the field with you? Do we do retail? Do we do CVS? Do we do Walgreens all the time? And the carriers have favor with me because I've been doing this so long. I know everybody. Medicare is a small world. I know all the people that's in the Medicare. A lot of these vice presidents I'm speaking to about different products and stuff all the time. Bill Fagans is a name in Medicare Advantage. You know, say, oh, Bill, he's dominating the urban market. They can tell you that. Anybody else want to jump on? Anybody else want to say anything before we wrap up?
You're telling the truth. You and I have been around a long time. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Sure, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Bill and I have been around a long time, different areas of the business. And I've seen people leave $500,000 on the table with a bad contract. So what he's saying is true. You don't want to be where you can't move around and do what you want to do, because they will take your book of business and you will have nothing. So, and the best way to get leads is to be out grassroots, like he said, because these places that say that they give you leads, they gave them to somebody else already. You'll find out that it's been sold to 4 or 5 different people. So don't give all your money to that kind of stuff.
And Miss Linda is right. She a veteran broker, and she knows that she's been doing it for a long time, you know, and she's a teacher too, because you actually do need teachers inside of Medicare Advantage, because these FMOs will throw you under the bus. They'll get you contracted, tell you to follow a script, illegally try to get clients. You enrolling them. You don't know halfway what you're doing. You're just using one carrier. You sign them up, and then as soon as January hits, February hits, these clients are disenrolling or they're complaining on you, and you take the complaint too. That's by law. The broker takes that hit, and because they just was not trained accurately. And it's a shame. I see it all the time. So thank you, Ms. Linda. Any other questions?
Well, I'll just say this is Jackie. I will attest. Thank you, Bill, and Daquan. Daquan is the king of grassroots, and I was in there with him. I had some stuff going on for the past month, we was out at every event. I mean, we meet a lot of wonderful people, make wonderful connections. So I will agree that grassroots is where it's at, meeting people. But I got to learn that game, because that's my favorite game, Planko. I got to learn how to play that with my
so many people are into different games and activities that you could do with seniors if you're taught this the right way. And also, we do a survey on all our clients because you want to get the data from them. We know what health plan they have, if they have, Medicaid, how much they're getting from Medicaid, food stamps, okay? Things like this, you got to already pre-do. You don't know. Some of you guys going in with one carrier, one bullet in the chamber, you don't know if the client is a dual eligible. You don't call and check. You don't check in the system. Every time I sit with a client, I'm checking this. The first thing, let me see what subsidy you have in the system. You on LIS, you on Medicaid. I don't know, and clients don't know. Okay, they don't know what they're on. All right, and then also we also have a PACE program, okay, called Program for All Inclusive of the Elderly. PACE, all inclusive. Remember I said that it's in 33 states. Like we have Innovate, then Florida, Virginia, Colorado, California, and Pennsylvania. We can get paid fair market value, which over here in Philadelphia is $816 in 2027. If we help get clients to Innovate, and guess what? They're 55 and over. They do not have to have Medicare. Let me repeat that. They do not have to have Medicare. It could be anyone over 55 that has 2 active daily livings that they can't handle. Okay, 3 here in Pennsylvania, but typically 2. And they make under $3,500. They actually can go there in a specific zip code. They actually can go to a medium in between the nursing home. That's what, and they also can get their home health care. Their home health care aid could be a billable payor towards Innovate. That is a quasi-federal state program that provides a 50,000 square foot facility, and then there in Philadelphia is different places they can go there and they get recreational therapy, physical and occupational therapy, typically what it is. But they'll get their full dental because they have dentists there, hearing, laundromat, they can get all their over-the-counter stuff, all at no cost. Every prescription drug is totally free. You get paid from that and you get residuals off of that. So once they enroll, they're enrolling into what is called long-term Medicaid. Once they get it, which is a voucher program, once they get enrolled into that, they can go to PACE. They self-enroll themselves. They also can discharge themselves as well. They'll go there because they need that type of therapy. It's kind of like an adult daycare center. They can go 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. It's from 8 to 5 o'clock. They don't have to go every day. Their team assesses them to let them know the amount of times that they need to go a week or a month. Okay. And you guys can enroll them. And it's the best program for people right in Memphis. It's the best program for people right now who qualify for that you might go in their home and they're wheelchair bound. They don't have Medicaid, but they don't have any money. Okay. They can't get Medicaid, but they still are that qualifications where they can get Innovage. So it's perfect for them. And then if they want to enroll back into an Advantage plan, remember there's an SEP in the application that says, are you enrolled into a PACE program? They wasn't talking about, if you're here in Pennsylvania, PACE for a prescription drug program. They're talking about a program for all inclusive of the elderly. We can enroll them also back into an Advantage plan. So we could take them, they can take themselves out of an Advantage plan, get full comprehensive benefits, and then they can discharge themselves and get back onto an Advantage plan once they're able and healthy enough, because people might need oxygen. People might need, a lot of help. They might need active deli. These people are very fragile. They're very hurt. And they actually might need that to stay on that type of program. And they're saving a ton of money and they're doing something. They're meeting friends and things like that. It's like more of a social place. And it's not just seniors there. Again, it's anyone over 55. And this is in all the states that I mentioned right now. And then more and more PACE programs are coming on board as well, where you guys can actually get paid off of PACE. So I definitely wanted to bring that in there. We show you guys how to do that as well. And we have many people here in the office that had $5,000 months, or more sometimes using PACE, sending them there if they qualify. But a lot of people like getting those Advantage plans. They like doing them and then cross-selling with their final expense or hospital indemnity. Linda writes a ton of hospital indemnity plans. She could tell you about that, all day. Because some of you guys just sit there and you're sleeping on the clients that qualify. You're so used to just signing somebody up for free. Remember, nothing's free. They're still paying for their Part B, and they paid into 10 years in the Social Security to even get Part B. To get Part A, and then they volunteer to get Part B. And nobody's teaching you guys this, Yeah, Paul, get in the office so you can cross-sell your current book of final expense business, because a lot of them are on Medicare, and they want to work with somebody that they physically have seen already. You cannot sign somebody up. Let me make myself clear. You cannot sign somebody up over the phone without making a relationship first in Medicare Advantage. It does not work. It will bite you in the behind later on down the line because they haven't met you. They don't respect you. They can't call you. They don't know who you are. And they're calling our seniors' phones, family members' phones every single day. These are robocalls. You don't even know it's AI calling them. They're illegal. Okay? It's better to get a survey filled out on these clients, to do that and get the data points and book an appointment, which is like an permission to contact. We go in the door as final expense. We go in the door of other things. We go inside these doors because you guys once you take the AHIP, you're brainwashed through compliance. You don't know how to sell. AHIP doesn't help you sell. It just tells you the rules, but then you don't know how to sell. Your FMO that you're joining, if it's captive and you're just enrolling people over the phone, they're not teaching you how to sell everything. Just sell, with the horse with the blinders on. You guys are only selling one thing and they own your book of business. But if you're a broker and you're learning from a producer like myself, Daquan, Quali McNeil, and Tag Team, there's other agencies on here, guys, as well that are very good, in the Medicare space, and we teach all over the country. So no matter where you are, again, you can quote, compare, you can get PDFs, you can email them to your clients, they can sign up through text message. We teach you guys the industry. We know your states. I don't care if it's Maryland, doesn't matter if it's Delaware, South, North Carolina, Florida, Georgia, anywhere in urban cities, guys, Chicago. We can go down to Memphis. We can go to all those places. I already know the game. I'm already telling you guys, talking to you over the phone, probably closing some sales. I'm usually closing you guys, a lot of you guys' applications too as well. So this is what we do. But all that stuff, you guys can go on Facebook, check it out. Go on Daquan's page, check it out. Everything that we're telling you guys is true. We're not here to gaslight you on anything like that. We're just here to show you guys this is how Medicare Advantage works, which you have to learn this from a producer. You cannot learn this through a contract. You cannot learn this through webinars of just teaching you about the product. Product knowledge is different than selling, than having a sales aspect on how to enroll someone all year round to Medicare, how to add this to your book of business. Okay, all these supplies are free from the carriers. You don't get these free because your life insurance carriers barely even give them to you. And most of the time, they're not free. You got to go on their webpage and order stuff. All of this stuff free. Even the Transamerica stuff I get is free. All of that stuff I get for free. You guys can get that stuff free too. You guys can be doing table events compliantly, because the first thing you do is when you do a table event, I'm going to tell you guys right here, a little bit of training. The first thing you do is put a carrier's tablecloth on there. Do we, any veteran agents on here, do we put a carrier's tablecloth? Isn't it blank? All the clients care about is a damn gift.
Absolutely not. And you represent yourself. You brand yourself. Brand yourself. If it's a tablecloth, put your name on it. And they know who it is.
That's right.
Brand nobody but me.
That's right. It's your book.
And they know they met you.
Nope, these are your leads. You know, work them out or be taught how to do this. So anyway, guys, any last questions, guys?
I wanted to say something real quick. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I know we got things to do, but I just wanted to it's Daquan again. I just wanted to kind of tell y'all how great this is. Basically, listen, check this out. So Medicare is a relationship business, okay? So, them seeing you, seeing your face, putting a face to a name to a face is very important. And the reason why it's very important is because we dealing with the elderly, we dealing with seniors, and a lot of them are old school, okay? So we kind of know this already. Like back in the day, it wasn't the internet, it was you met somebody, you yes sir, yes ma'am, right? So I know that at my age, I'm 33, and I respect that. And it's a relationship business. Now, what's going to make you different from the next agent? Not just because they called them, because there's a lot of people doing it's a lot of agents doing table events. What's going to differentiate you from the next agent? Check this out, because I get this all the time, this objection that other agents tell me, oh, well, I could just give them a better plan. Or if the plans come out, let's say next year in 2027, you got them on one carrier, and then the next carrier is going to raise the OTC card. You're going to lose them. I very, I don't even have that in my head, because at the end of the day, my clients are like family. Why are they like family? Because soon as I make a sale and I put their information in my database, they get a thank you card. Okay, they're getting a thank you card. It's automatic. And guess what? While I'm asleep and their birthday come around, they're getting a birthday card. And not only are they getting the birthday card, they getting 2 brownies with the birthday card. And I get phone calls like, "Oh, thank you for the cake." And da, da, da. Like, these clients is not going nowhere. Ain't no brokers doing that. And y'all could be a part of the small group of brokers that's doing something right. If y'all join the team, if y'all get locked in, if y'all come to the office consistently. You gotta come to the office consistently, because we have technology that I don't make phone calls. I don't call people, and I'm gonna tell y'all what happens. Like, I get 10, 20 leads every day from doing events. It's no way in hell that I'm calling 20 people a day, and I got 4 or 5 appointments on top of that. And I gotta politic with resident coordinators and community center directors to make more events. We have, when I'm at a place, I'm on the newsletter, because we doing events every month at that place. It might be 50 seniors every day. They know who Daquan is. They know who Philly's favorite health insurance guy is. I'm on the newsletter because we in there every day. We bringing carrier money into that place every single month. So I'm not forgettable. And, that's the type of agency you want to build. That is the asset that is going to last a very long time, if not forever, because LLCs do not die. Okay? They do not die. I'm just saying. So your book of business will never die. Your kids is going to inherit it. Their kids and kids and kids is going to inherit it. So this is something to be taken very, very, very seriously. That's what this conversation is about. But I just wanted to kind of just talk about that a little bit. And it's a relationship game, y'all. The phone stuff, that's cool. But you might write 200 apps and get 120 chargebacks. Like, who wants to do that? And then
Half your
you
money.
you 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 basically at risk of a CMS complaint. And you know what those fees are? It's in the 5 figures, y'all. Y'all don't want no. I haven't had one complaint. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because 99% of my clients I met in person. The only clients that might be over the phone, it might be a referral. But I'm not, like, as soon as somebody call me, even if it is a referral, I'm trying to see them ASAP. I like, when can we get on the calendar? And when I get them on the calendar, they get in the reminder text 24 hours ahead of time and 30 minutes ahead of time. And guess who's not texting them? Not me. That's the system. You know what I mean? It got me a little system. So, come lock in with us, y'all. Hey, we right here in Germantown, hop, skip, and a jump. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all have a good night.
And the last thing, right? I do want to say something because Daquan definitely knows, his stuff. And a lot of these events, we don't even pay for. We have the carriers pay for them. A lot of these senior casinos that cost $400, $500, $600, $700. I mean, $2,500 events, $5,000 events, we're doing that. Even at the Sixers game, I'm trying to get them to lock down the Sixers games right now because LeBron James is here. And if we get a table there, we can do all the supplement. I know you guys got some ideas like, wow, Bill's going for the sports games. I thought we couldn't do that. Well, if you're selling supplemental stuff, you actually can, because certain carriers will sell hospital and dental, vision and hearing, and life insurance. So why not, right? Think about that. When we're in front of thousands of people handing out, free giveaways, bags and things like that, and a bunch of seniors are going to be there, or people on Medicare, people on disability, just to get those leads and put them. Once we put them into our tool, our CRM tool, it chases and hunts the clients down for leads and calendars and booking appointments. So we have that type of technology. We just have to show you guys how to use the tech. That's why I went over it first. How to grassroots guerrilla market, how to get the carriers to invest into you, to pay for you as well, get you a free giveaways, and also get them to pay for events as well. And you can cross-sell final expense. You don't got to pay $40, $50 for final expense leads. You're in a captive agency, all for what? Because you want recognition. You want somebody to tell you that you did $10,000 and be happy in premium, but you didn't make $10,000. You made $5,000, $6,000 with a ton of chargebacks, where you could have just made the 400% contract over here and actually made some money cross-selling those clients that you already sold Medicare. So you made the Medicare money, hospital indemnity money, final expense money, and know the right way of how to do it compliantly. That's what you learn over here at Divine Insurance Group. Again, we won the most awards here in Philadelphia for Medicare, seniors, ACA, life insurance. We also do retirement planning, IULs, annuities as well. There's a lot of these clients. You also can, they could be federal employees. They have FEGLI or something, SWIFT accounts, 401ks, 403bs, all of that. We have that as well. We teach that on the other side with Retire EDU Connect. You'll see that on Facebook. And check out my YouTube page too at Divine Insurance Group. You guys can watch some of the videos. We're going to post this as well. And I will send you guys some emails. If you guys want to talk to me, I'm just going on my calendar. It should be on there. You can book an appointment to talk to me. If not, I'll send you guys an email tonight, tomorrow morning. You guys will get that, and we can get you guys contracted, right away, and get you inside our system, and we can just move forward from there. And we train you guys up now, so you're ready for AEP. You're ready to go after your book of business and develop a game plan so you guys can go after your book of business or generate a new book of business, because you guys are just sitting there. We have so many events coming up. Me and Daquan in the month of August, we don't even know where to start. We have a big one with like 2,000 people going to be there in a concert, coming up on Saturday. We could do one event and generate more leads than you guys are paying for your FMO can give you, because you guys just not doing it right. You're not selling Medicare Advantage right. You don't know what you're doing. Well, guess what? You can learn today, finally learn what you're doing. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you guys being on here. We're going to put this on YouTube and get back to you. Please like and subscribe, on the YouTube page. Also, there'll be some highlights and some things like that on Instagram and other reels, Facebook and stuff like that too, that you'll see. But we appreciate you guys. Get with us. We'll send you an email out. You guys can email me too. at info@divineinsurancegroup.com. You always can email me. We get back to you too. So thanks a lot, guys, and enjoy the rest of your night.